Now, this is not a different doctor, but another doctor. So we now have two doctors in South Eleuthera, and we want to thank the Minister of Health and our Member of Parliament, the Honourable Clay Sweeting. Of course, we want to thank them because we now have two doctors in South Eleuthera. We have Dr. John L. James Bethel, and we now have another doctor, Dr. Finn. And so, because we have this added thing with the doctors, more doctors, another doctor on staff. Deep Creek Clinic and the Grand Castle clinics will be opened on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and so that's in addition to all of the medical assistance medical services that we're already getting. We're going to have guaranteed opening of clinics in Deep Creek and Grand Castle on Wednesdays and Thursdays. And then, of course, we have the emergency number for persons who may need to call the Rocktown Clinic. You can reach them at 477-1268. So get your pen, get your piece of paper, find your emergency place where you keep your emergency information, and write this down. This is the emergency number for medical staff in South Eleuthera. The telephone number is 477-1268. And now, if you can't reach them, call TMI, and we can call the police. We can call somebody, because somebody got to help us out, help you out. All right? But now we have additional assistants. So that's Dr. John L. James Bethel and Dr. Finn. I was not able to get Dr. Finn's first name, so we got to just use Dr. Finn. All right? All right. Now, tonight we want to cover a couple other issues. We want to talk about the Airbnb and the Uber versus the Uber. We want to talk about the changing of the law to suit the rich, and of course we talking about Sebastian and Leslie Miller Bryce. We want to talk about the Freedom of Information Act and the campaign finance reform and the government's position on that. We also want to talk about how they are working together with each other and working against you. The government and the opposition, that's the PLP and the FNM, are working with each other and working against you, the Bahamian people, the COI, let's call them the organic Bahamian people. But yeah, the government is working against you. You, the Bahamian people, who decides whether they are in office or out of office, you are the enemy. And they are working together against you, both political parties. And they're doing it deliberately because remember now, more so in the last couple of years, they've been throwing you out of office. You've been throwing them out of office. You've been throwing, 1 year you sat, after 5 years you tired of the PLP, you vote them out. After the next 5 years you tired of the FNM, you vote them out. And so these two, they actually been working together against you, because regardless of what happens, they get the resources of the Bahamian people and they reward themselves. They godparents to their children in these political parties. And so while we are here taking this personal, it is not personal for them, other than the fact that they're benefiting themselves. And so we need to talk about that just a little bit, all right? But first of all, before we even get into anything else, we gotta hit the headlines, because, we had a week of headlines from Monday to Saturday, and we gotta touch a little piece of everything. So let's get to the headlines. And on Monday, of course, we talked about the fatal accident in Exuma. We had a terrible accident, a motorcycle accident in Exuma, where a young man on a motorcycle impacted a vehicle. The young man is a father of two. His name is Kevon Taylor. We saw a photo this week, I think last night or sometime, with the memorial for him. I think, yes, so sad. His mom was crying. We feel their loss. Young Kevon is gone, and he was just getting ready to celebrate his daughter's first birthday.